them. Let's talk about Old Mutual. It was founded in 1845 in Cape Town. It's a global long-term savings, insurance and investment group.
And of course, it is in the middle of a reorganisation. Bruce Hemphill at the helm. And what it's trying to do is distribute or unbundle the four pieces, which of course include Nedbank and some other bits we'll talk
Which
about.
they spent a lot of time putting together.
Well, you know,
Market cap 172 billion rand, a price to earnings ratio of 14.6 and a dividend yield here of 3.3%. Can we look at the share price graph?
Yes, because
give
it
us
was
a sense?
supposed to unlock value through the exercise, and it hasn't really done much more than hover around that sort of 35 rands a share level.
So the market not convinced?
No, look, I mean, the market's still going to see. Now, just taking a step back, South African market, a little bit ex-growth. The companies answered this in different ways. Old Mutual and Discovery went overseas. The other three essentially stayed in South Africa. So Old Mutual went massive. They bought, was it UAM in America? They bought all of the wealth management in the UK.
They bought everything and
they
the
bought
kitchen
Scandia.
sink.
They bought everything and they went big. But unfortunately, they were caught by excessive rand strength from 2002 to 2008. Then they were caught even worse, probably, by the global financial crisis. The amount of value that's been destroyed here, I don't know, but it's 20 billion, 30 billion rand. Now they're saying, guys, we're just going to come back home because the domestic business is not doing bad. So they're in this
Unraveling
3
phase.
to
They
4
want to
year
unravel
process.
everything.
And they've done a lot already. They've got rid of quite a few operations, sold them down. But you're going to end up with Old Mutual South Africa, Old Mutual Emerging Markets, it's called. You can end up with your Nedbank shares and the UK Wealth Management Company.
Which they're not selling to anyone. They're likely to
it's a
kind
good
of
business.
place it. Yeah.
It's
And
actually a
then
good
the
business.
US asset management business
That's
is sort of
gone
gone
off,
anyway.
gone,
They're
yeah.
selling it down.
So what does this mean for the longer term investment theme when it comes to Old Mutual?
There's two things. What is the unlock? I mean, I've seen estimates of 50 rand a share. Unlock value, who knows? I mean, you don't know until it happens. There probably is some upside from the current price, but it's debatable, it's risky, you don't know. And then when you're finished, you're going to have well, we know the Nedbank shares, so that's no problem. You're going to have Old Mutual South Africa and Africa, which we know it quite well. It's reasonably, it's a reasonable business. But I think the true gem might in fact be the UK wealth management business, despite Brexit.
Well, you definitely get that, because the point I've been understanding is that in the process there may be some elections involved. You can elect to take the one or the other, because the UK shareholders may say, look, I don't want this locally listed joke.
So
But look, I
you
think
can
you
choose
can
one
get it.
or the other.
I think so. I think so.
Look, it's still uncertain, and that's one of the problems, and that's why the share price hasn't done anything.
Because they had sort of hoped that maybe somebody would come along and write them a big check for the UK business, but if that's not going to happen in the current environment, then you will get a South African listed entity which gives you access to that, which may be of some interest.
So let's put the share price graph up again, and there you can see the
so there you
share
can see
not
it's
doing
drifted.
anything, and around about that 35 rand level.
So
All
I
right,
think
so
we
this
need
is a
to
wait
go.
and see story. I mean,
Yes.
the
There's risks
uncertainty that
attached to
Wayne
this,
is
but there
talking
is
about.
upside.
Paul?
I'm going to go not hot. I just think that there's too much water flowing under and around the bridge, and maybe we'll work out later whether it's attractive, but it feels too soon.
I'll go not hot as well.